Hey everyone, it's Ness. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. I have my little case that I hold all my stickers. I haven't added in the Stickiiclub stuff that I got for this month, but I do have the Halloween advent calendar, and that's what I'm going to be working on today for as long as I have the time. I have my game in, I think, 40 or so minutes, so I thought I would start this and put as many stickers and stuff as I can before I have to play some Pathfinder. So I'll put this stuff back in here, and then we've got these little guys that we can work on, and yeah, it's gonna be great. We can chit chat for a bit, and it'll be so much fun. All right, I'm just gonna separate out the stickers that can go on either side, and then the paper stickers that can only stick to the right side, because as much as this sticker book is great, the paper stickers are finicky. But I don't blame the sticker paper. Or I don't blame this. I blame like the paper stickers just don't have very much adhesive. That's why I wish everything was like done as a clear sticker or a washi sticker. Oh my gosh, I love this. Because they just stick to anything and then you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, let's get into it. We can put some over here. I'm gonna focus on the ones that like I really love first, and then we can do the other ones, just because these are the ones that like I want to use right away, and I know I'll use up a lot faster, so yeah, we'll focus on those. This one's cute. I like that too. I mean, these are cute too, but I always like to focus on like the super cute stuff first. So, all right, now that we've got that separated, we can put these in like these little ghosties. They're so cute. Let me make sure this is good and in frame, and then we can get started. We've had a very fun, well, it's like very chill, fun weekend. We started it out picking up the kid from school, and we went home for a little bit. Johnny worked on Friday, and then we ended up meeting my aunt, who was in town visiting my cousins. And that was pretty neat because I haven't seen her for a while. I haven't seen her since like the beginning of the year when we went to go to my other cousin's. He's my cousin's son, so I think he's like my second cousin. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know the titles of it, but we just call each other cousins, even though he's, yeah, my cousin's son. Anyway, so we haven't seen her since then. So it was nice to be able to hang out with her. We went to Yard House and we ate some food and we chatted it up, and it was just a really good time hanging out with her. And it's funny how like when you hang out with somebody, it brings out all of the memories that you've had when you were a kid. Because when growing up, my family on my mom's side was they were all very close. So we just have like a ton of memories going to my grandparents' house in Los Angeles and hanging out at their house. And I had brought up to her, I don't know how we started talking about this, but in Los Angeles, where my grandparents had their house, there was this big house that looked very run down and decrepit, but it was a gorgeous house. It would be like my dream house type of situation, where I always say that I want a house that looks like it could be haunted, but it's not haunted. That would be like my dream house. And that house was basically like, if you looked that up in the dictionary, it would be that house. And I was asking her if she remembered the time when we were walking to La Morenita. It was this shop on the corner, down the street from the house. And we passed by that house, and she was telling us how the house was haunted. And it looked like it was haunted. I mean, it looked like it was abandoned because, you know, the paint was chipping and the lawn was overgrown, and, you know, it just looked very, very spooky. And so when we were walking by it, she was telling us about how the woman in white lives in that house and how she captures children or something. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she basically told us like a creepy ghost story. So I was telling her that, asking her if she remembered doing that, and how when she was telling this story and we were looking through the gates of this house at the house, like enthralled in her story, she yelled out, "Oh my gosh, the woman in white, do you see her? She's in the window!" And we all started screaming and running away, and it was super spooky and scary. Yeah, I reminded her of that, and she started laughing, remembering that she scared all of us, because it was literally all of us. It was the three of us, and then, you know, it was her kids, and then it was our other cousins, and yeah, we were just all there at the house and going to the store together, and she scared us. She scared us good. So it's fun, like, having these memories come back to me after all of these years, and then being able to reminisce about it with her. It was good. But yeah, it was nice. We had some happy hour food. So like at Yard House, they have certain appetizers that are 50% off, and then they have like all of their pizzas that are 50% off. So we just ordered a bunch of appetizers because, you know, we like to just do like family share when we go to restaurants, where we can just all eat a bunch of, like a little bit of a bunch of different varieties. I feel like that's so much better than just eating like a cheeseburger or, you know, like one thing. I'd much rather have a little bit of like a ton of different things and a ton of different flavors and stuff. So that's what we did. And then after that, we ended up going to Handles to get some ice cream. And our Handles doesn't actually, I don't think I've ever been to a Handles where they have like a seating area, so I don't know if that's like the same for everywhere, but ours is literally just a walk-up stand. So you just walk up. There's no building that you enter in. The building is just for the workers. And you order your food or your ice cream, and then you can go walk around. So we walked around for a little bit, but then we walked across the street from where it is, and we ended up just sitting down at a table and enjoying the ice cream while we talked some more, and it was fun. It was just nice. It was a really, really nice day. It was like in the 70s, so it was perfect. Perfect temperature to just have a nice evening out, and it wasn't like super sunny or anything like that, so it was just fun and good to be outdoors, since like before the temperature is so hot that you don't want to be outdoors at all, because it just feels like you're baking in an oven. So it was good to see her, but she had to go because she was meeting another family member. It's my uncle's brother for dinner. So she had a full plate of like visiting people in the area that live here. So good stuff. Then that was like Friday. We came home and we played some video games after that. It was nice. It was very, very chill. So that was a great Friday, hanging out with my aunt. And then on Saturday, we had to wake up early to go to the movies because we were gonna go see the final Conjuring. I think it's called The Conjuring Last Rites. And yeah, you know, it was good. It was spooky. They did have some jump scares in it, and one of them got like the three of us really good. I think it got like everyone in the theater pretty good. So that was fun. You know, every once in a while it's just nice to just feel that little like jolt of adrenaline rush scare. Oh yeah, because we also went to Halloween Horror Nights, and that was not scary at all. You know, I've seen videos of people going through these mazes and then being like absolutely scared to death and terrified, and it was not scary. It was just kind of funny. And I wanted to be scared because I like that feeling of tension and horror and just, you know, feeling your heart beating because you're so nervous, and you have that like instinct of like fight or flight type of situation. And yeah, I don't know, it's just fun. But Halloween Horror Nights was not scary at all. But you know, it was still a lot of fun. We went with my brother, my niece, and my sister-in-law, and it was very fun just like hanging out with them. And being able to hang out with my niece is always something super special. I love just experiencing things with her. She's so sweet and thoughtful, and yeah, I just adore her so much. I love her so much. So it was cool to hang out with them. It was really cute because she was super scared and she was getting like jump scared and stuff. It was funny because like Aiden was trying to be like Chad Ghost Hunter, and he wasn't getting scared. He was like right in the front and he wasn't getting scared. So like my niece was like holding on to him for like protection while they were going through the mazes and stuff. And I'm very, very happy that we bought the express passes for the lines, because if we didn't have those express passes, there's no way we would have been able to see everything, which it would have been so disappointing if we couldn't see all the mazes in a single night. I know some people, they have a way to where you can purchase unlimited nights, so you can go to Universal for Halloween Horror Nights multiple times, and that's pretty cool. I guess if you want to, you know what, that does seem like it's worth it, so you can like hit up one maze and then you can go on the rides, because the rides are a lot less time because, you know, the parks aren't as full. Although it did seem like they were pretty full. I mean, some of the lines were like 4 hours long. I think that the Terrifier one was 4 hours long, which was crazy. The most that we waited was 20 minutes, and that was for Terrifier. And then the next one down was 15 minutes, and that was for Jason. But yeah, I was seeing like reels saying like how, oh, the lines are so long, even the express pass is hours wait, an hours long wait. And I'm like, that's a lie. That's not true. We went like, we just went and it wasn't like that. So I don't know where they're getting their information from, but yeah, that was not true. We didn't wait hours in any of the lines. And they were saying it about the day that we went. So yeah, it was just, I think it's like just trying to create controversy for no reason, because yeah, none of the lines were like that at all. Only if you didn't have the express pass was it like that. So yeah, can't believe everything that you see, I guess. And then, but yeah, my favorite maze was probably the Five Nights at Freddy's one, just because the animatronics looked amazing. They looked so good. I'm gonna cut him out because he's so cute and he deserves to be in the sticker too. Yeah, my favorite one was Five Nights at Freddy's because the animatronics were pretty neat. There was a South America one that was also really good, and it had La Llorona on it, and she was pretty spooky. Very well done. Some of the effects that they made in that house were really, really cool. I guess like that was the good stuff, was being able to see how they create the houses and all that goes into making the houses was really cool. So that one was cool. And then I really liked, so they'll have like originals, and there was one that was the Scarecrow, and I really enjoyed that one. That one, Aiden actually got scared, so it was good. He got scared twice because we were going through one area of the house and there was a guy in a ghillie suit, and my brother was up at the front and he was pointing like this, like back, so that way they could get Aiden. Like, he had spotted the guy in the ghillie suit and he was pointing towards Aiden to scare him. And so the guy waited and scared Aiden. And so he came from the front. And so Aiden had, like, I was here, I was this guy, and then this is Aiden, and then this is my brother. And then the ghillie suit guy came from over here around and then scared him this way. So then he ended up moving to like kind of beside behind me. And then there was another guy that was here, saw him get scared. So then he popped out and he scared him over here. It was so great. I loved it. I loved it so much. I was dying. I was dying laughing from it because it was just so funny. And I loved it. I loved that. I loved that so much. They have some really, really cool costumes. Like, they had, so there was one area where it was like more Latin, Hispanic type of vibe, and they had a man in a sugar skull costume, and then they also had La Catrina as well, and she looked so gorgeous. And it was neat because they were on stilts, so they were super tall, and she was just so beautiful. I loved her so much. Yeah, there's a lot of really neat things. There was also one area where it was like crows, which was pretty neat. So they had one character that was like a giant crow, and he was on stilts, and he looked pretty awesome. He looked pretty cool, and he had come behind Aiden, and Aiden was standing still, and he like bent his head towards the top of Aiden's head. It was very awesome. It was a very cool experience. He got lots of really cool experiences with a lot of the characters, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The food could be better. I mean, I think I am spoiled by Disneyland, because Disneyland, there's only been like a handful of times where I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. I never want to eat that again. But usually they have really good food. But the food at Universal was pretty basic and just not that great. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. I don't know if we're gonna do it again next year or not, but for the very first time going to Halloween Horror Nights, it was a blast. And being able to go with my brother and his family just makes it that much more priceless and worth it. So I guess if they want to do it again next year, how can I say no? Because then we're just creating memories with them, and that's what makes it worth it. Maybe we can go to like one of the other ones. Like I know they say like Knott's Scary Farm is pretty good as well. So that would be neat to like check out, to go to Knott's instead. And then see like the differences. Or it would also be cool to go to Oogie Boogie Bash with them too, because I mean Oogie Boogie Bash isn't like scary or anything like that, but you know what, at Oogie Boogie Bash they give away candy, and that's pretty worth I think. And you don't need to pay like more to get like front of the line passes or anything like that, because you can pretty much go through all of the walking areas and without needing to pay more to do it. So we'll see what next year will bring, but yeah, it was a lot of fun and I'm happy we did it. It kicked off the Halloween season for us, the spooky season for us. And it was also a really beautiful night too, so it wasn't too hot. And bonus, I didn't get bit up, which I was worried about, because I wore like a short sleeve shirt, and I like realized that I didn't bring any bug spray on the way with me. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get completely bit up like crazy. And I didn't get bit once. So that's great, because man, when mosquitoes get a hold of me, they do a number, and it's the worst because they like welt up and it's really gross. And they're painful, but like not in like a, I mean they itch, but then they're also like painful and like they feel like they're bruised. So it's just not fun. So I was very happy that I didn't get bit by anything, so that was great. We had a good time. We got to do all of the mazes, so that's even better, because that would have been super disappointing if we couldn't do all of the little houses. Oh yeah, I think the worst house, which is so sad, was the oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the name? Oh, I just had it and now I'm like, I can't think about what it's called. Oh my gosh, Fallout. Jeez Louise, I kept seeing Fortnite in my head. Fortnite. And obviously it's not Fortnite. But that one was like kind of eh. It was very short, and I think because it follows the TV show, which I liked the TV show, it just wasn't as good. And I mean, Aiden said that he liked it. He said that was his favorite one because he recently started playing Fallout 4. So he liked it, but he said that he was like, but it was nothing like the video game. And it's like, yeah, it's nothing like the video game. I think they could have had scarier things pop out, because they had like one of the characters or actually two of the characters as being the things that pop out, and it's like, but they're not scary. And there's so many scary things in Fallout that you could have used to be spooky, but oh well, that's okay. But yeah, that was pretty neat. And I was originally talking about The Conjuring, and then I went on to the tangent of starting to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. So I guess I can go back into talking about The Conjuring and how that was cool, and how it's the final one and they full circle it type of situation. But yeah, it was good. It was good. We all enjoyed it. Kiddo enjoyed it a lot because he really likes the Conjuring movies, like a lot. Oh, I got Rogi with me. Do you want to leave? I forgot he was in my room, so I think he wants to leave. So I'm just gonna finish this really quick and then I will let him out. He's like tapping me to have me go open the door. All right, the kitty has been freed. I'm gonna go back to the front. Oh, look at how cute it is. And I'm gonna start adding in these paper ones because I've gotten to the point where it's like the ones that I like them, but oh, I could do this one actually. I do really like this one, but we'll wait. We will wait. We'll do this one here. Anyways, so Conjuring, great, scary. Jump scares, if you don't like jump scares, maybe don't go see it. But it wasn't like super scary. I mean, the kiddo, he got the jump scares aren't like a lasting scary feeling to where you have to run up the stairs after you turn the lights off. Because you're scared that something is following you up the stairs, you know? So it wasn't too bad, but it was neat to watch. We came home after that and we played some video games. Actually, no, I painted. I'm trying to get into the habit of not just going straight to like doom scrolling or, yeah, playing, you know, video games for hours and hours on end because I want to get back in the habit of painting. So I had put on a show and I was painting and sketching in my journal because, yeah, I've missed drawing and I need to rebuild that habit of drawing again. And I also need to relearn how to paint in a Hobonichi because I think I was pretty good with it before and now I feel like I am very rusty because it's like legit been a year or something since I painted in my Hobonichi, and yeah, you can tell. Like my first painting, there's a lot of feathering from the paint because I'm like adding way too much water, but it's neat to be able to relearn and kind of hone those skills and try to get back to the level that I was at, you know. This is why you can't stop learning and you can't just stop trying, and you just have to do it even if it's hard. So I'm happy. I have like a bunch of kitty pictures in my folder of my phone that I want to go through and just paint them because they're so cute and I love them. So yeah, I painted and then my friend asked if he could call me real quick to discuss some stuff. So I talked to him for a little bit and then we got off and we ended up going downstairs and I made a pizza. So Costco has Motor City Pizza and I feel like that's the best frozen pizza that's available. Frozen pizza, not like pizza that you can buy at like a restaurant or wherever. For frozen pizza, it's like top tier to me. So we had purchased that like the last time that we went to Costco, and yeah, we had one last week and then we had another one this week to enjoy. And Aiden had said that he wanted to watch a movie, which I wasn't expecting because usually when we watch one movie, he doesn't really want to watch a second one on the day, so he asked if we could watch another movie, and I was like, okay, well, what do you want to watch? And he wanted to watch Annabelle, the second Annabelle movie, which those are super scary. Those are super creepy. If you want like creepy with like jump scares, those are pretty good. So we watched, it's actually, okay, so it's the second movie made in the Annabelle series, but it's a prequel to Annabelle, so it was Annabelle Creation. And yeah, very, very yucky. Very yucky, but fun to watch. Like I said, it's fun to get like a little bit scared, and you know it's fake, so, and it's not real, so after it's done and over with, it's, you know, you feel like you're a little bit safe, but maybe you're not a little bit safe. So yeah, we watched that, and that was fun getting scared from. It got one jump scare got Aiden and I pretty good. And then yeah, I just liked it. I very much enjoyed it. But then after that, we played some video games, and my friends and I have been playing some Dead by Daylight, so that has been fun. And I bought, like, so you have the survivors versus one killer, and they have killers from, like, you know, all of the big killer movie franchises like Ghostface and Michael Myers, and they have Vecna, you know, that type of stuff. And then they also have survivors from those things. Oh yeah, they have a Demogorgon as well. And so they have Stranger Things survivors, and I love Steve Harrington so much. Whenever I watch Stranger Things, I just think he's the best character because he's always so sweet and noble, and he's always putting himself like on the line in order to protect, you know, his friends. So I always say that, like, in D&D terms, because, you know, D&D is a huge thing with Stranger Things, I always say that he's the paladin of the group because he's always putting the others before himself and trying to protect them. So I had to get my sweet Harrington because I love him so much. And so I've been using him, and the only thing that's like kind of lame is, I don't know what the deal is with the game, but I kept DCing last night. I kept disconnecting, and it was so frustrating because I don't know why. It's just disconnecting from the servers, and it's not like my internet's bad or anything like that, because I'll still be connected to Discord. But yeah, I'm DCing in the game, and it got to the point where I ended up getting like lever penalties. So I just gave up on playing, and I just ended up watching my friends play while I painted. So it kind of like worked out in a way. You know, I got to watch and enjoy them play while I got to get some paintings done. So that was good. But it was a lot of fun playing when I could. It was actually kind of worth it because, like, in one of the games I had died, and in the game you can spectate still. You can still spectate the match while it's going on. And so that's what I was doing. I was spectating the match while they were playing, and I ended up DCing from the match. But because I was already taken out of the game by the killer, I was able to still get all of my progression points, so that was kind of good. Because every time I was DCing while the game was still going on, and you lose all of your progression because they don't want to reward people who just leave the game, but then they can't distinguish between people who are legitimately leaving and then those who are DCing. So yeah, it's lame, but it is what it is. I wish there was like a reconnect button though, because I would love to be able to reconnect to the game and just finish it out, because it's not my fault. I'm not like DCing on purpose or anything like that. It's just an error that's popping up that it's disconnecting me. Ugh. I just want to play. Just let me play, especially since I ended up buying the pass too, so I want to finish the pass to get all of the rewards. So but yeah, that was our last night, and then on Sunday we ended up going to watch the Demon Slayer movie, and it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I loved every minute of it. I ended up crying so much. I mean, take that with a grain of salt. I am a massive crybaby when it comes to like watching stuff, and even thinking about it right now, it's making me choked up, and I just want to cry. But it was so good, and I loved it so much, and I'm so sad that we have to wait until 2027. We have to wait until 2027 to see the sequel to this, and that's like, gut-wrenching, because I just want to be able to watch it all in its entirety. But it was amazing. The animation was so beautiful. It was so beautifully done. There were some scenes that were just like breathtaking, and it was just the best. The fight scenes were amazing, and I think this is why I like newer anime more, is that there's more stakes involved in like newer anime, right? Because in older anime, you know, when Goku dies, he's gonna go to heaven and he's gonna train and he's gonna come back. You know, he's gonna come back. But you know, in this, you don't know who's gonna live and who's gonna survive. So every single moment is like, I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat watching, unsure what's gonna happen to my favorite characters, you know? So it was just great. I loved it. I feel like I haven't watched a really good movie in such a long time. I think maybe the last movie that I felt like, wow, that was so good. It was perfect. I feel like the last time I felt that way was when we went to go see Maverick in theater, just because that movie was so amazingly good, and it was like edge of your seat moments, and yeah, it just felt nice to be able to have that feeling again with watching the Demon Slayer movie. I can't wait for the next one, but also 2 more years. Oh gosh, why? But definitely, if you have the opportunity to see it in theaters, go watch it in theaters. The fight scenes are so beautiful to be able to see on the big screen. It's just perfection to like the 20th 100th bazillionth degree. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I bought the tickets for it. It's funny because like when I originally tried to buy the tickets for it, it said they weren't on sale, and I had purchased the tickets for this probably a couple months ago. I think in July I bought it, or maybe it was August. I'm not sure. Either way, I bought it a while ago, and the first time I went to go check it out, they said that they weren't on sale, and then like legit the next day, we were in bed just talking about it, and I was like saying, oh, you know, I have to buy the Demon Slayer tickets. They're supposed to have pre-sales for the tickets soon. And I was like, you know what, let me just check. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I opened up the Cinemark app to check, and they were on sale. And a ton of the seats were already gone. So I was like, oh my gosh, trying to scramble to find seats, and then also to find seats on like a day, because it's like limited amount of showings, so I don't know if it's like just for a week or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, it's very limited showings, and it started like I think on Wednesday when they started showing them. So we didn't want to go on a weekday because I don't like going to the movie theater at nights, because for some reason people that go at night don't know how to act in a theater. Like, hey, no talking, or hey, no looking at your phone. Like, you can go without looking at your phone for 2 hours. So yeah, like I've seen people looking at reels. Like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. They're looking at reels while they're at a movie. That blows my mind. So yeah, I like to go in the morning because I feel like there's a mutual agreement with everyone that goes in the morning. I mean, every once in a while you get a bad egg that spoils it for the rest of us, but it's usually just like one person. But yeah, every single showing was like pretty full, so it makes me happy that more people are starting to like anime, and it's becoming more accepted, and you know, companies are realizing like, hey, this can actually make us money, so that way we can get these opportunities, like having their a movie event at the theater. So it's good. I'm very happy about that, because man, I would not, it just doesn't hit the same when you're watching it at home on the TV compared to being able to watch it in the theater. So if you can watch it in theater, highly recommend checking it out, because it was so good. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. And I can't wait for more. Then after that, we just went to Walmart because we needed to pick up our groceries, but then we also wanted to get a gift for one of Aiden's friends. She's having a birthday party, so we needed to get her we needed to get her a gift, and she is a Harry Potter fan, so her invitation was Harry Potter, so I'm guessing her birthday is gonna be a Harry Potter theme. So we got her a Harry Potter gift, and Aiden picked out a Lego Dobby, which is it's really cute. It's super cute. It like he's like a little standing, and it has, you know, the book, the journal, and then with the sock in it, and then on the bottom it has Dobby. So hopefully she likes it. He wanted to get her a Lego set, so he ended up picking that one, so I hope she likes it. But yeah, it's funny because like I asked one of my friends, I was like, do you think this is a good gift for a girl? And he said, no, Legos are boy toys. And I was like, what? I love Lego. Like, what are you talking about? I would be so happy if I got Lego. And it's funny because like back, like, I don't know, a while ago, my sister, she used to babysit triplets, and they hated the girl Lego sets. They wanted to play with like the boy Lego sets because they didn't like the girl minifigures in the girl Lego. Like, why do they have to make them different? They didn't like the way that the minifigures from the girl Lego sets look. Like, you know, like they have like a shapely body. To me, it's like weird looking. And they didn't like it. They wanted to play with their brother's Lego sets, and they would fight over the minifigures because they didn't want to use the girl Lego minifigures. They wanted to use the regular ones. So yeah, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, Legos are for girls too. Legos are for everyone. But hopefully she likes it, and well, hopefully she doesn't have it, right? Because that's always like nerve-wracking whenever you give a gift to somebody, if they like it or not. I know I get nervous when that happens. I always want them to like love whatever I give them. So yeah, so we did that, and then we picked up some we picked up our groceries, which was pretty quick, and then after that we picked up some Taco Bell, which is the best. I love Taco Bell. And we have our game soon. Actually, I need to watch the time because I think it's pretty soon. So maybe I will do this sheet and then I'll check the time to see how much time I have, and then if anything I can finish off the rest of these sheets later. Alright, be very careful with these like more washi stickers when you're peeling them because they are very, very, very easy to rip. And yeah, it always makes me feel so bad whenever I rip them because they're always like so pretty and then I'm like ruining them. All right, let's see. All right, I just got done playing my game of Pathfinder and it was a lot of fun. It was good times. We managed to get these like boars to, or not boars, I'm sorry, these like lizards, these like giant lizards to help us out, which was pretty cool. And then we went into like these spooky tunnels and we are actually in the middle of fighting it's like a creepy guy that can't, you know, he's just meant for like the dark, so he doesn't like light, but he does like experiments on stuff and like creates creatures to fight for him. So we're in the middle of fighting that guy right now, and I think it's going pretty well. I mean, I did get pretty hurt. By basically, it's like the thing coming out of a wall, and then like he can basically like rock glide, so he can move through stone, and he would come out of the wall and then like charge you. And he did a ton of damage to me, but it was okay. We're okay for now, but yeah, super scary. But fun fight. And yeah, there were like these little, well not little, but like big rock puppies that were attacking us as well, so that was pretty neat. I don't know, I think it's going pretty good. We're gonna fare well in the end, I believe. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish off these last 3 sheets and then we can call it a night. And yeah, have another sticker book, fill my sticker book in the books. These are really pretty. I'll have to like be mindful about using the stickers that I don't usually gravitate towards. I feel bad not using them, but especially like when it's holiday themed, I need to like really try and use them, because I mean, I guess I could use them whenever I want. It is my journal and I do love Halloween forever and ever. Like if every day was like Halloween, that would be super cool. But I don't, you know, usually I just keep them for the Halloween time. But I'm gonna try and be super mindful in trying to use as many Halloween stickers as possible during like fall months. These are again like the washi paper type of stickers, so they're very, very fragile, so be careful pulling them off. Oh, these are so cool. It makes me want to like grab a Brothers Grimm book and read it, because I feel like these would be good illustrations from a Brothers Grimm book. Okay. A couple more. And then this one. Okay, last sheet, which is these pretty vintage girls that are so adorable. I love their little costumes. Like, I love her costume right here, her little pumpkin costume with the pumpkin hat. I would totally sport that. And I would totally love to be this vintage witch. I mean, I just want her entire outfit, honestly. I would just wear that. It doesn't have to be Halloween for me to wear that, because it's so adorable. All of these outfits are great. Cute. I love hers right here. This is so pretty. The skirt, oh no, what have I done? The skirt with the black cats are very cute. It's okay, we'll fix it. This is why you gotta be careful. I'll leave it there just that way I know, so that way when I actually use it, I can fix it on the sheet. Oh, I love hers. Pretty. Okay. I think this would be like a fun themed party to go to if everyone had like costumes like these, like vintage costumes like these. I would love to go to that. I also want to go to a, they have speakeasies in Los Angeles, and I think those would be very cool to go. But then to go dressed up in like 20s garb, I think that would be so much fun. To have like 20s dress and then all of us dress up like that time and being able to go into a speakeasy. It's funny because like none of us really drink, but I still want to go to it just because, you know, it just seems like a really fun experience to have. Alright, let's put one more and then we're done. Let's check out how many sheets we did. Oops. Okay, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 sheets, which I think is pretty darn good. 24 sheets, and then let's flip through this very quickly so that way you guys can see how awesome it is and how everyone should get a sticker book. I have all of the info for this, the stuff that I have in my description box for this. I don't think I have this binder, but I got this binder from Jet Pens. If you want to grab one. It's a very good size. And then I have the paper that I used, I got from Amazon, and that's linked in the description. It's like a normal like printer paper sheet, but I cut it down so that way it can fit in here because I needed something smaller because the other one is too big. So I figured I could get the larger one and then just cut it down to size. And if I really wanted to, I could make like, you know, any size. Maybe like a travel one. No, but this is nice because it has a lot of room for a lot of pages, and then very easy to take apart and then flip the pages around if I need to. All right, so let's check these guys out. Look at how sweet. I love his face. They're so cute. I'm so excited for Halloween. I can't wait. I still have to do like Halloween preparations and stuff, and I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do for Halloween, but I am very excited. And it's nice because Halloween is on a Friday this year, so that's even better because then we can like have fun doing like Halloween stuff and then relaxing the next day. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me fill my sticker book with all of these great stickers from the Stickiiclub advent calendar, the Halloween advent calendar. And if you like these kinds of videos and you would like to see more, subscribe, like the video, comment, all of that great stuff. I hope you have a really awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.